welcome back. This is our lakefront property. Here we've got our enclosed garage. This is where we get all our work done. Here you'll notice the living area. Essentially this is a single wide trailer with room for about 2 people. There's 4 of us. Follow me. Mike says he's a good boy. Girl? Boy? Not a dog person. Is he gonna bite you? Not at all. Hey,
He looks sweet.
I'm petting a dog. This is so cool. Hey, dog. I think the humans come by and feed them, and that's what keeps them going. Yeah. So what we do now is we get in the cars and we drive to the racetrack and break more stuff so that we can use our garage to fix it. Racing drivers. Drive right past it. Are you asleep?
Yeah. Well, I need directions and my brain doesn't work like that.
We're putting yesterday's tires on. Well, last track's tires. These are still the first pair of tires on this trip. The other ones we drove on the street, but that doesn't matter. They didn't get any wear on them. So this is called Hallett. We're in Oklahoma still. This track is absolutely wild. I haven't even seen any of the layout yet. Just kind of driving in from the street. We could see how many turns there were and how big this facility is. That's such a cool setup. So we gotta go get with Mark. He's gonna give us kind of the rundown on what needs to happen today. The track layout. And kind of like, basically as long as we know where to get on and off track and what not to do and not stupid stuff, we should be good to go. Looks like a wild track. It's gonna be really fast. Absolutely insane.
What Elliot just said is that a lot of blind corners, so.
Ooh, and elevation.
Yeah, and elevation.
So after I went off track, Kelly was telling me that the tire has a bunch of mud and dirt in it, and it was actually leaking through the bead. So if it wasn't for that, I would still be on the same tires, but we put on some freshies in order to save some time, because I don't want to be sitting over there mounting tires right now. I want to go learn this track. I probably need to lean it out a little bit. It's running like 8 AFR, and I think it's causing a lot of problems with power at the top end. And then we're up in the air pressure also, so I can get a little more slip out of it. So let's go out for our second lap. So after my second and third lap, the car is not making enough power to do the whole track, which blows my mind. I think it might be running too rich. I'm gonna have to grab Kelly. We're gonna have to go do some tuning on track. But after that last lap, you hear the cars going boom, 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 boom. Anyways, the brakes are super stiff. So I got some sort of vacuum leak, something happened. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I gotta go figure it out. Also, car got really hot. Not quick, it took 2 laps, but like, it's a lot. It's a lot of abuse to drive this car this hard. Well, that explains it right there. The vacuum hose came off. I don't know where it's supposed to go though, or where it came from. Oh, it's down here. We're gonna put a zip sign on that one. Look, it's working, Jesse, it's working. Now. That didn't work. I was following the funnel. Alright, not supposed to water the belt. It's like when you're trying to light a cigarette. We're on a country road just outside the Hallett entrance gate. We're doing boosty pulls. The track's shut down right now for whatever reason, so we're like, well, we gotta figure out this boost problem. Well, it's running rich, and we got low boost now. Last time we were over boosting, now we got low boost, so we're turning on the boost and getting the fueling right. How did this happen? How is that possible? It is in there. Look, his butt is stuck between the door and the doorver. How? Like, first of all, where did he come from? Probably the grass or something, or on track. Second of all, how fast did I have to be going for him to actually wedge in there? And third of all, how did he get past the door? I guess that door sticks out far enough. Yep, just enough. That is insane. I'm sorry, buddy. Can't help you now. Alright guys, this was a difficult lap for me because I know my car's as fast as Aaron's, but as you can see, he's pulling gaps on me. So the best I can come up with is my timing's a little bit off accelerating, and then as soon as we got sideways, I definitely didn't have as much tire as I needed. This was kind of towards the end of my pair of tires, and then the lap after this one I actually slid off track. So man, he's fast. Not to take away from Aaron, he's definitely a good driver and he's very fast, but I just could not keep up and it was really frustrating. So on this lap, I was determined not to let him get away from me. So you see here, I tried harder to get on the throttle sooner to keep after him, but he was still pulling lengths on me. And then one thing I noticed, you can hear I'm bouncing rev limiter in third here, and I just didn't have the gearing to keep up also. Fourth was not quite there, and third was just too much. And so I think the gearing on a lot of these other cars was ideal, and mine was not ideal for this. You'll notice on this section of the track, I finally actually do a really good job of extending right here, and it's because my tires are completely dead and I was able to float out. So I had too much grip for the power level I was at before this. This is a big day for me. This is the third day we're on track, and I'm mounting my first tire of the whole weekend. I mean the whole trip, so it's not a bad place to be. Usually I'm always mounting on. But today, it's the first one. So what we noticed, I was bogging on track. One of my tires, which is my left rear, was an 08R. All the rest are 08Cs. So that's why I was bogging so much on the left side when I hit that last turn coming up the hill. I think once I put an 08C on there, it's gonna change the whole way I've been driving this track. I've been really struggling. This tire might have ruined my one day I have at Hallett, but it's only 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock and we still got some laps. So hopefully that'll turn things around for me. While I was editing the video, guys, I just noticed something about the 08R tire. I forgot to mention this. If you go back and watch the footage, now that you know that there's an 08R on the left and an 08C on the right, you can actually tell a difference in the amount of smoke coming off the tire. I had no idea at the time, but as I'm looking now, watching it, it's pretty clear to me that there's two different tires. And that explains why I was having such a difficulty extending those corners that were right-handers where I'm loading up the left, but on the other corners, I wasn't having much of a problem. Just an interesting side note. Go back and watch that now. So it just started sprinkling, like just a little bit, but enough to make the track slick, which was really interesting because that was some of my first tandem laps. And so trying to like learn the rain and follow someone at the same time made for some fun driving, but we kept it on track. The car's finally starting to do really well. After 2 laps, consistently it gets hot. So, but the nice thing is it'll actually cool down if I just do a hot lap or pull off and open the hood for just like a minute even. So the car's doing pretty good and it's driving phenomenal. I love it. Fifth gear is a little too much for this track. Woo! So when it was raining, I started doing so many laps that my car started to get hot. Normally it cools itself down, but I think it pushed out enough water, or the oil temp is high enough where like it's just not cooling down. I did a whole cool down lap and it was like hovering between 115 and 120. It would go down a little bit, then up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit. So I think it's probably low on water. So I came into the garden hose. I'm gonna cool this thing down and go back out. finally having some fun laps on track with, of course I didn't have my camera with me. The one time I don't have any media with me, I'm getting the fun laps. And we're coming down the straight super fast. I go to initiate and I go straight off the track. Like no grip, no nothing. And I was like, oh, I must have DB'd a tire. And I was going fast. And like, I saw my side skirt fly off. And like, I was worried that the wheel was gonna dig into the grass over there. Cause I was bottom of 4th gear. I had just shifted to 4th gear, started accelerating, and I blew off track. And so I'm sliding sideways and I'm worried the wheel's gonna dig in and roll. Like that was my first concern. I was able to loop around, grab my side skirt, drive off track, so I was out of the way, so there didn't have to be a track shutdown incident. And this is what I found. So I climb under there and look, and it looks like it's a broken knuckle. I believe that right there, focus. I believe that's a piece of the knuckle. I'm trying to get back to the pits so I can check out what's going on, but it's the only thing out there that it could be that I can see. So let's drive in and see what we got. There's the damage. Still don't know what it is. Oh man. That might be fixable. Let me get a shot in here. It's broken. That, we should be able to weld that on. Should be able to weld that on. I'm gonna take this apart and try and weld it. So, yeah. This is an interesting problem we got. Interesting. Is it going? Is it going, Sai? He won't tell me. Hey, Sai.
I don't even know. It's going.
It's going. It's 3:59, and we're gonna start working on this. I want to get it done in less than 1 hour. So by 5 o'clock, I want to be out of here, packed up, on the road, doing burnouts, more drifting. Just kidding.
Breaking more things.
Hey, now. The Corvette caught on fire, and it wasn't me. So that takes a little bit of heat, get it, off of me and my problems. Aaron still came up when I was cooling my car down. I'm literally just spraying with the hose. He's like, looks like you got more problems. I'm like, Aaron, I'm cooling my car down. Well, I got a V8, I don't know how to cool it down. Aaron thinks. So I'm like, I think 15 minutes into the job now, and I've already got the knuckle off. I'm just getting this piece off that needs to be welded. I have no idea how it failed. I remember Trenton telling me he takes spare knuckles everywhere. I'm like, nobody breaks knuckles. Apparently that's wrong. People do break knuckles. And it's me, I am people that breaks knuckles. So we're gonna try and weld this back together to that. I think they're both cast. So I don't know how well it's gonna weld, but they're really our only option at this point. Really, as soon as I stop talking, he stops grinding. Leave that so we have a reference down there, and then leave like something on this side, grind everything else, and then we can weld that, and then we'll bevel that.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. Cool, yeah. We'll take the cutting wheel and go over there and tap it. Okay.
Now there's nothing I can do. Now I just sit here and watch you.
Yeah. You can yell at me.
Nah, I'm
No, it's fine.
You didn't record all that, did you?
Yeah, he did.
Most of it.
Yeah.
I heard you guys arguing, so I turned the camera on.
It's the wrong tungsten. Son of a bitch. The other tungstens don't fit.
Eating that tungsten. So we were able to find a welder in the shop at Hallett. This is the track shop. Is that
Yeah.
the deal? Cool.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Scott.
Scott. Scott hooked us up. He got the ESAB welder turned up to almost turned up to 10, and it welded really nice. So I think we'll be able to go put this on the car and get out of here. Now it's raining. We got lightning going on. It's cold outside. It's windy. Is this normal for Oklahoma, Scott?
You got the whole day in with no bad weather.
You're right. You're right. We had a beautiful day at the track. This facility is awesome, and it's always great after driving all day to find people that are helpful and a beautiful like shop to work in. And so shout out, thanks Hallett. I love this place. I really want to come back here. But we're gonna go fix the car. All right, guys, we were able to get it back over here. It's raining. It's wet. Look, there's an empty spot to park. There's an empty spot. This whole thing is empty. But it wasn't empty when I started working on it. So when I pulled up, this was all full. And now that it's raining and wet and cold and windy and everything, we can't even get under the shelter. So, all right, guys, I really wanted to point something out. If you look around in this clip I just showed, there is literally like an awning, or what do you call it, a carport style metal awning, like every 20 feet or so. And there's lots of them around the facility. Hallett is like such a great facility that like cares about the drivers. They care about the facility. It's well maintained. The track surface is good. It's just like really, really awesome to have a facility like that is fun to drive at and is well maintained, and that track owners actually care about what's going on. They care about motorsports. So huge shout out to Hallett. I really, really, really want to try and find a way to get back there again for another drift event. But on with the video. Awesome. Just great times. Anyways, it was really easy because I'm a good mechanic. So I was able to get it fixed pretty quick. I welded it back together with that ESAB MIG, melted some parts together. I really, really, really hope it doesn't break while we're driving, but I'll be extra careful when I'm driving it. And we're ready to go. My phone's almost dead. The GoPros are dead. Everything was dead, so I couldn't really film putting it back together, but it's boring. We're gonna bolt everything up and go get some food. Let's get on the road. Those guys are cold. They can't even handle it. They're watching me work. Not even watching me. They're sitting on their phones. Not even watching yesterday's video. Just sitting on their phones doing nothing. It's really coming down out there. We're about to go grab some food. Let's hit the road. Oh, it's time for another end of the day recap with B-Wick and K-Will.
Sick. I have a nickname now.
Yeah, you've always had a nickname.
Sick. All right. 08R.
It was a great day. It was a great day. At the beginning of the day, I was really struggling to figure out the track, and I was getting so frustrated. Like, man, I cannot drift this track. Like, I have too much grip, or my car doesn't have enough power. I think I said that. I don't have enough power. And then Fielding looks over at me. He's like, if I can drift it, you can drift. I got a stock Z. How's your car not gonna have enough power? And I was like, oh man, that kind of dragged me down a little bit.
There were 350Zs everywhere.
Absolutely. I'm not saying he's absolutely right.
No. I'm not saying you're wrong, but yes.
But yeah, so I'm like, I got power in this car. We got to figure it out. So me and Kelly go out and we're like leaning it out, trying to get everything ideal, make sure the boost is right. We spent a little bit of time doing that. Come back and it's like, it's pretty good, but I still, the very last right-hand corner going up the hill, like the car would bog. I would go fourth, float third, and then, and it just like would kind of like straighten out. And I'm like,
bro, I'm gonna say it right now. I called it. I called it.
What?
The whole time. No, I didn't want to say it because it sounds stupid, but we're like, man, the car's running really good. Do you think it might be gripped up like really bad, or tires, or suspension, or something?
So after I burned up that pair of tires, we pulled them off, and I was rolling them over to like get them changed, and I realized that one of them said 08R and the other one said 08C. Huge difference. Absolutely huge difference. The 08Cs are 300 tread wear, the 08R is like 100 tread wear. Like absolutely like drag race grip in those tires. And so that was on the outside tire, which was the left one. So that explains why I was bogging. As soon as we swapped into the 08Cs again, I went for another lap. I was like, oh, this is actually really driftable. This is a lot of fun. So, oh man. I remember Trenton sold me one 08R with all these other 08Cs, and I was like, oh, I'm going to have to deal with that someday. But it's been like a year since I had those tires, since I bought them from Trenton. Totally forgot about it. Anyways, that sucked.
Yeah. That was bad.
Yep.
It was a bad time. The car runs good now. You put new tires on it, slides fine.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
Y'all know that.
That stuff's all good. It was a good day. It was a good day.
Yeah.
On the way home, it started raining like crazy. After we started doing the knuckle, it just started pouring down rain. We're like running around trying to fix all this stuff. Of course, we're not under one of the awnings that everybody cleared out, and all of a sudden there's awning space. But we're already like out in the grass getting rained on, trying to put it back together. Then we get the knuckle welded, try and put that back together. Finally get all that done, go to leave the track, and it really, like, the skies just open up and start pouring down like crazy. It's dark, it's wet, it's cold. And we start driving away from the track, and immediately I realize, after we go fill up, and I got one-wheel drive. Like, my car's like, and starts spinning. I was like, awesome. Just fixed all this stuff, and now I've got either broken axle or broken diff or something, whatever. So we're driving on these highways that are, like, probably, like, two inches of standing water, like hydroplaning. Easy. At least I had good tires on.
I got out of the truck and stepped in a gallon of water. Now I don't have a dry shoe.
So the whole way I'm driving and the car's just darting around. If I hit the gas, it pulls to the left and starts spinning that tire a little bit. I let off, it darts the other way. What a day. What a day. Anyways, so we got to change an axle tomorrow. Fun stuff. No problem. We got it in the truck.
You pulled that knuckle off in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It'll be pretty easy.
Tomorrow.
But that's it for tonight. We got to cut some videos and get that stuff all ready to keep you guys entertained. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to
subscribe, like, click the notification bell so you can see us do stupid shit.
Check out my merch store in the link below. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.